Nestled on the coast of the French Riviera lies the Principality of Monaco, the world's second smallest country behind Vatican City. A tax haven for the rich and famous, Monte Carlo oozes wealth. It's crammed full of casinos, boutique shops and high-rise apartments, as well as Formula One's most famous racetrack. As cars have evolved over the years, the circuit itself has remained virtually unchanged. Bumpy, narrow and relentless, the barriers are always ready to punish even the smallest mistake, meaning the Monaco Grand Prix is still the biggest test of a driver's abilities on the F1 calendar. Uniquely, practice takes place on Thursdays, with Friday traditionally left free, so roads can be opened up to the public to minimise disruption. The race itself can be processional, as overtaking is so difficult, with much slower cars able to hold off faster ones simply by hogging the middle of the road. That means qualifying and strategy are more important than anywhere else, though it is sometimes possible for brave drivers to pass, typically at turn 1, Saint-Devote, and at the Lowe's hairpin, the slowest and perhaps most famous corner on the whole calendar. But nearly every corner in Monaco has a history of accidents, with a combination of precision driving, technical excellence and sheer bravery required to win, highlighting the differences between the great and the good in Formula One. It is a spectacle like no other, and nothing matches its history. Monaco is one of the truly great weekends of the sporting calendar, meaning a win in Monte Carlo is always just cause for big celebrations.
We know track position is everything, so what does it take to get pole at the Monaco Grand Prix?
Bring it down to about 80. Stabs on the throttle, now climbing the hill, flamboyantly changing gear with his right hand as he heads up towards Massenet, deflating with every upshift, but now you're downshifting. Massenet edging the car ever closer to the barrier. Try to aim for the barrier because the car will slide wide, you'll just miss it. Into Mirabel.
Very supple around this racetrack, and look at this. The Duel takes an extra twist.
There to accelerate. Francon, every bit of lock you can find. Just trip over the edge of that pavement. Bumpy on the exit into Portier. Bring the car in and just edge it again towards barrier. Now you're through the tunnel. 185 miles an hour on the exit. Tighter than you'd ever imagine. Hand side, it's bumpy under braking. Just flick it round the barrier. Push the back of the car round on the curve. Straighten it up. Now you're accelerating at 170 miles an hour. Down to back. 100 through the apex. And now you can sweep into that six. Didn't even lift. Changing gear in the middle of it. Incredible.
We are here. It's Monaco. It's time for the most special race on the calendar, and we are going to be dying to win this one. I have to say, it is a track duel, and it's one of the driver's favourites. It's one of my favourite tracks to drive. It's just awesome. You're always on edge, always brushing up against the walls. And yeah, that's why this is one of the races that I want to win, probably my most wanted race that I want to win on the season. That doesn't really make sense, but as we know, track position is everything, so we're going to have to look for a good qualifying. But here we are in practice, and as you can see, oh my word, we were out of practice. That was when we were, we just brake a little bit late, and that was us just straight on into the wall. And we retired from practice. So that was that. Bit of a shaky start to the weekend. You can always catch drivers out this circuit. The close walls, the twists and turns. It's a very hard track, but that's why the drivers love it. So hopefully we won't crash in the race or qualifying. We don't really have much practice under our belts, like experience of laps. But we're going to go to qualifying, and hopefully we can get all those things together for the perfect pole lap.
It's qualifying here at the resplendent.
So here we are, coming across the line, set a lap. It's a decent lap to start with. We're getting against the wall. We were completely lucky not to crash into it. It's a 16.5, which is alright, but I wanted to push more. I wanted to just go absolutely all out. That was really nice through the top corner. Missed the apex a little bit there, but that wouldn't have cost us any time. I just wanted to show what I could do. Mirabeau nice through there. You're gonna need to be perfect on this lap if you want to get pole. Run a bit wide at the hairpin again, won't cost us that much time. And now through Portier, going into the tunnel, one of the most iconic places on the Formula 1 calendar. Braking now into the Nobel chicane, down into second gear, flick it left, flick it right, get up on that curb and get a good acceleration off down to back. Just a slight lift, using all the space. We just skimmed the wall, flat out through there, heavy braking into the swimming pool section, and that looked like it was a quite good run into Rascasse. We ran a bit wide, that would have cost us a little bit of time, a little bit sloppy, but through this section, hit the apex nicely. We're accelerating down. What is the time going to be? DRS open, and it is a 1:15.5. What a lap. That was the magic of Monaco. That is why I love this circuit so much. Just on edge every corner. And I believe that is going to mean that we are going to be starting from pole for tomorrow's race.
Finishes the session with the fastest lap and pole for tomorrow's race. What a brilliant performance by the Finnish driver.
They've been working so hard as a team and they've been rewarded. Such a great performance. And if he drives like that tomorrow, then the race win will definitely be
Welcome
possible.
to one of the most iconic race circuits on the Formula 1 calendar. It's Monaco, the playground of the rich and famous. He's been saying he felt as though he was finally getting on top of the understeer issues that have plagued his performances to date, and get on top he did. Kimi Räikkönen starts from P1.
When we spoke to him earlier, he felt that this was a great opportunity to go on and win, but he knows he still has plenty of work to do. Anything can happen in the race, so you have to keep your feet on the ground until you take the checkered flag.
Just what do you think will be going through Fernando Alonso's head as he watches now how well Ferrari are doing this year?
Fernando.
So here we are on the grid. The Monaco Grand Prix. Starting from pole, we know track positioning is everything, so we're going to need a good start. We're going to need to maintain this lead. The Monaco Grand Prix, the most special race on the calendar. 5 lights are out. Away we go. Hamilton's got a better start by the looks of things. He's on our outside. And he's gone straight on. He's lost his front wing. Lewis Hamilton has lost his front wing. Looked like he was going to take the lead. And that would have made it very hard for us to win this race. But then he goes straight on into the wall. And surely his race is as good as over. It will be some sort of miracle if he can salvage some points out of this race now. That is incredible. He had so much space. I left him so much space. And he's just gone straight on and he's lost his front wing. So I have no idea what's going on there. It's overcast, so it could be raining in this race as well. This is absolutely crazy. Coming to the end of lap 1 now. Surely Hamilton won't score any points. We set the fastest lap. And we're just going to look on the replay just to see where Hamilton is. And that is him. Vettel's stuck behind him, our teammate. So Vettel, I don't know why the AI can't overtake a car without front wing. And he just goes straight into the wall and gets a puncture. So I do not understand what is Hamilton doing. He's got a puncture now. And this is just stupid. Why can't the AI overtake him? He's just completely holding up a massive train. He's dropping so much time to the cars ahead. But coming across lap 2, Ricciardo goes faster, then Bottas. Bottas just flashed up again, alright. And he's flashed up again. Okay, but yeah, so it looks like we don't have the best pace as well. Vettel's just gone faster, so our race pace, I'm telling you now, I was really struggling to get temperature in the tyres. And I was just understeering everywhere. I do not know what was wrong. But the tyres, a bit like Mercedes in Singapore, my tyres just did not get any heat in. Maybe it's because it was, if you look, maybe it's because of that. There is rain coming down. You can see spots of rain. The tyres are wet. Maybe that's why I'm getting understeer. It is going to be raining in this Grand Prix. You want to watch this one. This is going to be incredible. Going on board with Hamilton again. not on board, what I'm on about. He's stuck behind the McLaren Honda. He's made a pit stop by the looks of things. He's on the primes. Why would he go on the primes if the rain is coming down? Interesting tactics over there at Mercedes. But Hamilton is absolutely having a shocker. Surely he won't be able to get any points from that. But anyway, cutting on all the way onto lap 9 now. We're just controlling the race pretty much. Our pace wasn't that great, but no one could get past us. Although it looks like we pulled out a little bit of the gap. But this is going to be the lap where we are coming in from the lead of the race. And what tyres are we going to go on? We're going on to intermediates. Oh my word, so this has just changed up the race entirely. We knew it was drizzling, but it still was pretty dry. So this is going to be an incredibly risky call, especially to take from the lead of the race. But surely I must have felt it was time. Look at that, it is wet. There is spray, but it's kind of in the crossover point, maybe still the option. So I have to see what happens then, if we're going to be able to rejoin him first. We're just going to have to see what the grip's like there. And we're understeering. That is not good. I think we've made the wrong call here, guys. Look at that. We are just understeering all over the place. Through Mirabeau, look at the understeer. That's at 50 miles an hour. We might have just thrown away the lead here, guys. This is going to be a crazy one. Monaco races are always crazy. But now on lap 11, people coming into the pits. And we've rejoined him first. And looks like we have a bit more of a gap than we did when we came in. So, out of nowhere, our strategy's worked out. So what I think must have happened when we exited, it was too bad for intermediates, but then the rain must have come down more heavily, which means it benefited us. This is Lewis Hamilton still on soft tyres and still stuck behind this McLaren Honda. Why can the cars not overtake in this game? I don't know. Science going so slowly. What is going on with Lewis Hamilton's race? And yeah. One thing to note though. Oh, and look at this. Fernando Alonso in the McLaren Honda. His team are just waiting for it to service him, and he's just stuck. He's just stopped right in front of the box. So no idea what that was about. And on board side, is something else going to happen? Please don't tell me what something else is going to happen. He just turns into the wall. I am so done. He turns into the wall. Now he's holding us up too. Look in the mirrors. What a crazy race is going on. This has just been absolutely insane so far. Changing condition. Now we've gone straight in the wall. I can't even speak fast enough. This is crazy. We might have just lost the race lead here, guys. We have just driven straight into the wall. And this is going to blow the race for the lead wide open. It's going to be... We might have just lost us the race. It's going to be... Yeah, because look, Rosberg's right behind us. It's going to be so hard if we want to still win this. Been a bit cheeky. Are we forcing him into the pits? Looks like we just forced Rosberg into the pit. And he shunted us. And Ricardo's... What is going on? That was really cheeky from us. I don't know what I was thinking. I was a little bit dumb. And then... Looks like this was actually the lap we were meant to come in anyway. So it's not going to cost us too much time. Although we have lost the lead. That's in third place. And we're not being released. Fernando Alonso in the McLaren Honda got the pit stop glitch. Because he's in front of us, we can't be released. Codemasters, please. Codemasters, please. Why isn't he just driving forward? And that teleporting Jackman. This has been the most crazy race I've ever had to commentate, probably. It's insane. And we're stuck here, so I was a little bit done at the moment. I'm not gonna lie, I was shouting at the TV a lot. But I think I did have a mid-session save, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna load that up. I believe that was on lap 9 before I came into the pits. So yeah, we're going to go from there. Sorry that happened, but I wasn't just going to leave you with a race me being stuck in the pit lane for the whole thing. So, we have to go from here. Sorry about that. But it is what it is. Coming in on lap 9 again. We know it's the right strategy, so we'll rejoin first. It won't be good for this first lap. But we'll know that I'm going to rejoin in first because that's what happened last time, and it's the same strategy pretty much. So now cutting onto lap 14, going through the Nobel chicane, and that is Lewis Hamilton. We are in sight of lapping Lewis Hamilton at the Monaco Grand Prix. We all know it's a Grand Prix. He would love to win. And look at this. We are on the verge of lapping him. He's had an absolute shock of a race. Even though he lost time, even though that he was only like, he only lost about 40 seconds, so we are still so much faster than him. And I really wanted to lap him, because if I lapped him, could you imagine the mental blow it'd have on the championship? Could you just imagine that? As we're going side by side with him, are we going to lap him? We have lapped Lewis Hamilton, and this is going to crush him mentally, and this could be the turning point in the World Drivers' Championship. I can't even speak, I'm sorry. This could be the turning point in the championship. If this affects Lewis Hamilton, which I'm sure it will. Could you imagine that? Him seeing himself in a Mercedes being lapped by his championship rival in the Ferrari. This is going to absolutely crush him. So that is pretty incredible. This could be the turning point in the championship. It's been pretty close, we've been pretty unlucky so far. But I'm feeling strong. If we win this race, the next string of races, I think we're going to do really well. And lap 19 now, coming into the pits. No pit stop glitch this time. Thank you, game. Going onto the soft tyres. Wow. Are we going to rejoin in the lead? Have they pit for another set of intermediates? Have they pit? I think they actually pit for dry tyres 2 laps ago, actually. So that's going to be interesting to see. Did they get the right call? I was in the lead, so I just thought, oh, there's no point risking it, I can stay out, and I've rejoined in the lead. No, I haven't. Nico Rosberg has jumped us in the pit stops, so we have lost the lead of the Monaco Grand Prix. And I'll tell you what, we're on the same strategy, so I believe I'm going to have to do another pit stop. I can't do 19 laps on these tyres. Rosberg might be able to because the AIRIP, but I doubt it. Yeah, he's on the super softs. No way is he doing that. But wow, this race just keeps on promising excitement, to be honest. Could have been interesting if I'd lost the front wing and had to fight my way up, but Co-Masters kind of just screwed us over then. But we have lost the lead. And now it's Hamilton. So Hamilton's unlapped himself in this pit stop phase. Is he going to hold up Rosberg or going to let him through so we can't win the race? I'm not sure. I doubt he'll want to lap us though. And now we are going round the outside of Rosberg. We touch, but looks like he's done it. He's still got the position. And we've gone round the outside in the last corner. What an overtake. That has to be one of the best overtakes of the season. Round the outside on the harder tyres as well. Now we're going to need to go and catch down Lewis Hamilton. We're going to look on the replay though, because this was amazing. Who are we looking on? We're looking on board Rosberg, alright? So he's just taking his defensive line, and we go around the outside in such a tight space. I'll tell you what, has to be one of the best overtakes this season. Just look at that, round the outside. We nearly get into the wall, and then we just correct at the last second. That was awesome. And now we're going to need to lap Lewis Hamilton, although the race for the lead is definitely not over yet, but I still want to lap Hamilton because that's going to crush him in the championship. Now what's going on now? I'm not sure. Just on lap 22. We're getting a little bit closer to Hamilton. Gap's staying relatively similar. Don't expect us to catch him like we catch a lap car because he's in a Mercedes, don't forget. We just hit the wall then, apparently. Okay. But we're going to have to make another pit, so this is where that's the only place that I realistically see us losing the lead unless we make a mistake. So hopefully that stint goes well. Don't forget, Rosberg is going to get a massive undercut on us because he's on the super soft tyres as Hamilton sets the fastest lap, and then we come and smash that, I believe, do we? Oh no, we were just a tiny bit slower. So Hamilton, he really does not want to be lapped by us, does he? He's giving it his all to keep ahead of him. He's going fastest again, and then we smash it. He sets an 18.2, and then we come along and set a 1 minute 17.4. Hamilton, boy, you can't run from us. You cannot run from us, Hamilton. We are closing you down, and we are going to lap you right now. And now look, we have lapped Hamilton once again. We make slight contact. Well, he should just be getting out of the way, but of course he doesn't want to, but he should be. And this is going to be a crushing blow in the World Championship, of course. Keep on saying that and just stop. But what a race this has been. This has just been crazy. Everything has been going on, and out of nowhere, we've just gone and lapped us. So we've just gone and lapped Lewis Hamilton, as you do. You've just lapped Mercedes. G. Freaking G. And Rosberg is being very forceful, trying to go up or inside. This is Bottas. He's down the chicane. We're going to look on board Rosberg. So you can see we lock up. He's right behind us. Look how dry the track is now. I believe we're coming in, and he just dives it down the inside and just T-bones us. He just T-bones us, alright. And then we got in the pits. We were side by side, so I don't know what happened then. And I saw that we pit on the same lap. He's jumped us, alright. So we're going to have to fight for this lead again. But the thing is, we only did 8 laps on the soft tyres. We've prevented Rosberg from doing an undercut, although he has jumped us. So I'm not too sure what I was thinking here. Because if we only did 8 laps on the softs, we're going to have to do 10 on the super soft. So at the end of the race, tyre wear is going to be a massive issue. As long as we don't get a puncture, we should be able to hold on though. But we're in P4, effectively P2 I believe. So we are going to have to catch down Nico Rosberg. We're having a look into Mirabeau. That's not going to happen. Are we going to dive it down the inside into the lowest hairpin? Yes, we do. He holds it around the outside. Fair play to Nico Rosberg. Are we going down the inside? No, we've not just done that. We have not. Oh my god. We've done 2 world-class moves on Nico Rosberg. We've done it down the inside into Portier. I'll tell you, that was a great move. You can just cut the chicane, ignore that. But what a move. We got around the outside into the last corner, and then as you do, we just go down the inside. That was awesome. Vettel is ahead of us. Has he pit? I am not sure. Although we're in P3, so what's gone on here? Are these people going to pit or not? I am not going to risk it. We're diving it down the inside of Vettel. Oh, that's another move into Raskas. Last corner. Yeah, we've got him down the inside. What a move. Bottas is leading the race. Hamilton's hit the wall. What is going on? We've relapsed him again. Is Bottas going to pit? No. So Bottas and Vettel haven't pit. And I doubt they will now. So we're still going to have to fight for this lead, guys. I thought they were going to have to pit. But this has been a bad strategy, I have to say. I don't know why. We're going down the inside into Mirabeau. We've killed him. He's got no front wing. That was my bad, by a complete accident. We've killed Bottas. What's going on? I can't even commentate over this. What a crazy race. I thought they would have to pit, but apparently not. And now Vettel, the gap to him is 7 seconds. It's been such a crazy race. I can't even commentate on this. But looks like we've got it under control. We've got a fairly large gap. And it looks like we are going to win our Monaco Grand Prix by the looks of things, as long as we can keep it all together. And that will be our 2nd Monaco Grand Prix. You can count last season's Monaco Grand Prix win, sorry. And now, 2nd to last lap, we're going to be starting our last lap. Now, what's the gap? Let's see. Is it going to show us? So yeah, look, we have quite a commanding gap. Vettel still hasn't crossed the line. It is 9 seconds. We can just take it easy now, guys. It looks like, as long as we can just keep it together for one more lap, it looks like we're going to take a win in one of the craziest Monaco Grand Prix I've ever seen. Last lap now, through the swimming pool, into Raskas, just taking it easy. We're running out of fuel. We are running out of fuel. But looks like, what a crazy race, it looks like we're going to come home to win in Monaco. Okay, guys, I'm sorry about that commentary. It's pretty appalling. I could not commentate for the life of me then. Everything was just happening so fast, so much stuff to say. Everything happened so fast. Hopefully that was entertaining. We were running out of fuel on the end. One more lap and we would have been dead. And that was that. We won in one of the most crazy races. We have won the Monaco Grand Prix again, lapping Lewis Hamilton. That's a whole 25 points on him, and I believe we're leading by quite some way. What a race has been. And that feels special to win in Monaco. Hamilton was down in 12th. Monaco wins always feel special, but that one in a race as crazy as that, I don't know. I can't even commentate right now. I'm sorry about that, guys. But thank you all for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy. Remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I think that deserves that. Tell me what you thought as well. Thank you all for watching. Till next time, I'll see you then. Bye.